Isn't it sour grapes?
Yes.
All of a sudden,
Yes.
you, a PDP member, is now saying Mbah did not win the elections. Mbah did not win the elections. But he was a PDP governor for all this while. Nothing happened. It was okay when he was a PDP governor. The moment he defected to APC, now you remember that he did not win the elections. Is this not sour grapes? And now you are saying the man's defection did not affect the PDP.
Hello everyone and welcome. Welcome back to Oba's Trending Gist. Today we are diving deep into the seismic shifts rocking Nigerian politics, particularly the recent defection of Enugu State Governor Peter Mbah from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the All Progressive Congress, APC. This move, along with other high-profile departures, has sparked intense debate about the very future of the PDP. We are going to watch a clip from Arise News featuring Rufai Oseni, Gbenga, and Umar Sani, a former SA media to former Vice President Nnamdi Sambo, as they dissect this unfolding drama. After the clip, I'll be back with my critical take on whether the PDP is truly on life support or if this is just another bump in Nigeria's turbulent political road. So let's watch.
The People's Democratic Party has lost another major stakeholder as Governor Peter Mbah of Enugu State has formally defected to the APC, saying that his former party, the PDP, did not recognize the voice of the people. The governor, in a broadcast to Enugu people on Tuesday, announced that he had quit the People's Democratic Party. Mbah left the PDP alongside his immediate predecessor, Chief Rufai and state and federal lawmakers, among others. The governor, who thanked the PDP for standing by him throughout his election period, said there always came a time when everybody must make a bold choice. Vice President Kashim Shettima, who represented President Tinubu at the grand reception in Enugu for Governor Peter Mbah, his cabinet and thousands of supporters joining the APC, described the development as an extraordinary endorsement of the party's collective vision. Joining us to discuss the defection of Governor Peter Mbah with the news of imminent defection of Governor Doyediri of Bayelsa State and what's left of the PDP is Umar Sani, former SA media to Vice President Nnamdi Sambo. So I'll ask you this, sir, and great to have you. What's left of the PDP? A party in comatose? A party that, as we speak today, cannot even find a lawyer to defend it in court because the party chairman and National League advisor pretty much fought their way out of court. And you're having people decamping because the party could not stand tall in the case of Anyanwu versus Okoye. So is the PDP between the devil and the deep blue sea, or is it a gone party as we speak today? Because we're not even sure if you're going to have a convention.
Well, good morning, Rufai, and
Morning, sir.
Gbenga in the studios.
Good morning.
Yeah. Let me start by telling you that the PDP is not even shaken or even bothered by all this induced crisis within the party. I said induced crisis because we know it is the voice of Jacob and the hand of Esau. What is happening within the party is something that is coming from outside the party, using some instruments within the party to create some type of confusion and chaos. But let me state clearly that the party is not domiciled in the headquarters of the party. We only have issues of leadership, but not the workings of the party within the states. And I can assure you that the defection of Mbah to APC has not, it will not rattle the PDP because he is swimming against the tide. Enugu State, from 1999 to date, has always been a PDP state. And if you take a look at Mbah's election, he did not even win the election. It's the Labour Party that won the election in Enugu State.
Do you have facts to that effect?
Which is well known.
Do you have facts to that?
Yes, there are facts to that effect.
That Labour Party. Why wasn't Labour Party sworn in? Governor Mbah won the election and was returned by INEC. Why wasn't Labour Party sworn in? If you said he won the election. For the sake of our audience, Governor Mbah won that election. I just have to state that, yes, and of the PDP.
Okay, no. If you ask me why Labour Party was not sworn in, that means you are trying to ask me to give my facts. And then you shouldn't conclude for me. Allow me to now give my facts, then you can now conclude.
Give your facts.
Now, in that election, Yes, on that election, the returning officer was not allowed to announce the result in Enugu. The matter was taken to INEC headquarters, and it took several days for INEC to take a decision on the matter. If the results were clean and clear and transparent, there was no need, there is nowhere where the returning officer of the state should go to INEC headquarters, look at the figures again before he will now come and announce the result. That is a red flag to show you.
I think despite the controversy, they still went ahead to court, and the court declared Mbah the winner. Let's not drag back on this issue. Let's look at the implication now. The southeast region has been a traditional stronghold of the PDP. Now the APC has captured 3 states now, Ebonyi, Imo, and the latest Enugu, with Bayelsa brazen up. These are traditional swing stronghold states for the PDP. And now you also look at the National Assembly. The APC is riding with an absolute majority. So the question is this the last straw for the PDP? Does it have that strength to reinvent its wheel ahead of the 2026 election now, if the amendment sails through?
Well, if we agree that elections are a product of the people and not a product of defection, if we also agree that people determine who wins and who does not win election, then it is not conclusive for people to believe that because a high-profile individual within a political party has defected, that is the death of a political party. We have so many shining examples within our polity. Muhammadu Buhari was a shining example. He came into AMPP and made it strong. And he left AMPP and formed his party, CPC. And even with the CPC, he was able to garner over more than 12 million votes, which is to tell you that it is the people that determine elections and not the individuals. Now, again, Labour Party was not even in existence. But the coming in of Peter Obi changed the trajectory, where even PDP governors were leading. The president himself lost his constituency to Peter Obi, where he comes from. He has the governor there. He was the presidential candidate of the APC, but he lost Lagos State. So it is not the defections that determine the actual outcome of an election. And I can assure you that PDP is very strong. This morning, I read that 25 PDP state chairmen held a meeting. I reiterated their commitment to the PDP and insisted that the PDP is strong in their own localities.
Okay, Mr. Umar Sani, isn't it sour grapes?
Yes.
All of a sudden, yes, you, a PDP member, is now saying Mbah did not win the elections. Mbah did not win the elections. But he was a PDP governor for all this while. Nothing happened. It was okay when he was a PDP governor. The moment he defected to APC, now you remember that he did not win the elections. Is this not sour grapes? And now you are saying the man's defection did not affect the PDP. But with the way you spoke just now, it shows you are highly pained that all of a sudden you remember that the man did not win the election, but he was a PDP governor all this while. Okay. But now you are highly pained. That's what there's severe pain. It looks like the PDP is in severe pain.
Okay, listen to me.
Why did you say it all this while that Governor Mbah didn't win the election?
Okay, that is what I want to tell you. That I have written that on my X handle. And you are on X. You can go to my X handle and check. I said he did not win that election, and I wrote it. And I gave my reasons why he didn't win the election. I am not a double-faced politician. When I say something and I stand by it, initially, since he won, I said he didn't win. And I accused our judiciary of
let's get this clear now. People believe that beyond individual leanings in politics, beyond the individual sentiments, people believe that what's happening in PDP now is its refusal to heed that warning bells of having an equitable zonal structure dates back to the build-up towards the 2023 election, and that's the price of the big gamble that the PDP is paying right now.
No, I don't think so. PDP, as it came on board this season, had leaders who had no will to exercise their right to navigate the party, to do the proper thing. Now, initially, we had a very strong chairman in Iyocha Ayu, but he was removed, just like Secondos was removed, using the courts. Now, the courts removed the two of them, and then Damagum became acting chairman. And being an acting chairman made him to now begin to defend his seat rather than to navigate the party. Because there were moves by North Central, who were the original occupants of the position, to say, okay, we want to reclaim our seat, because constitutionally, that is what it should be. And so he left the core responsibility of the party and started defending himself as to how he can perpetuate himself up to the last moment. So the party leadership was complacent. They were not able to really put in their might in the party. That's why people.
But I want to believe. That the issue now has gone beyond individual sentiments. Because would you link Mbah's defection to the court case that you're having right now between the legal advisor and the national chairman over the tussle over who has the right to engage in legal counsel? Okay, and we also look at Wike's 6-point demand that has court backing. So how do you justify all this just within barely a month, exactly a month to the national convention for November 15th?
Well, I don't know which 6 months demand that you are talking about that has court backing. All I know is that our national convention is still on course. And we have also displayed the letter where the national chairman and the national secretary have, notified INEC. And INEC is very much aware of the party. The matter that is in court today, which is raising some furor, is an issue that is merely administrative. Now, if the national legal advisor is insisting that he is the one who is supposed to represent the party in court, and the national chairman brings Chris Uche as the legal counsel with other 5 SANs, as it's just merely administrative. Who has the power to do this?
Who has the power to engage the legal counsel?
Okay. Well,
quickly, because we're heading for break.
Yes,
we need to go
by our constitution, it is the national legal advisor that can do that, but he cannot do that in isolation. He has to do it in consultation with the national chairman. The national chairman is the chairman of the party, is the chairman of the NWC, is the chairman of NEC, and is the chairman of National Convention. Okay. So nothing goes on in the party without his knowledge. The national legal advisor cannot work in isolation. It's just like this. For Fagbemi, who is the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, to say, because the Constitution spells out that he has the right to do certain things.
Thank you, sir.
He cannot consult the president.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's not possible.
Really appreciate.
Wow, what a heated discussion there on Arise News. Rufai Oseni certainly didn't hold back, kicking off the conversation by painting a stark picture of the PDP as a party in comatose, struggling with internal legal battles and the significant loss of Governor Peter Mbah and thousands of his supporters in Enugu State to the ruling APC. Governor Mbah, as we heard, cited the PDP's failure to recognize the voice of the people as his reason for defection, a sentiment echoed by his predecessor, Chief Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, who also jumped ship. Vice President Kashim Shettima's presence at Mbah's grand reception signals the APC's intent to consolidate power in previously opposition-held regions. Umar Sani from the PDP camp, however, presented a deviant front. He vehemently dismissed the notion that PDP is rattled, attributing the current crisis to induced external forces rather than internal decay. Sani made the controversial claim that Governor Mbah didn't even win the Enugu gubernatorial election, suggesting the Labour Party and that INEC's announcement was a delayed, suspicious affair. This point was swiftly challenged by Rufai and Gbenga, who reminded him that the court ultimately affirmed Mbah's victory. Sani strongly emphasized that elections are a product of the people and not a product of defection, citing former President Muhammadu Buhari's journey from ANPP to CPC, where he still garnered significant support. As proof, he even pointed out that Peter Obi's entry into the Labour Party dramatically shifted the electoral landscape, causing sitting governors and even the PDP's presidential candidate to lose their strongholds. Sani insisted that the PDP remains strong at the grassroots and that the defection of high-profile individuals do not determine the overall outcome of elections. The discussion also highlighted the internal power struggle within the PDP, particularly between the national chairman and the national legal advisor concerning representation in court, which Umar Sani believes is merely an administrative issue. Now, let's take a critical look at what transpired. It is clear that the defection of Peter Mbah is a significant blow to the PDP, especially given Enugu's historical ties to the party. However, Umar Sani's stance that the PDP is not shaking raises an important point. Is the measure of a party's strength solely dependent on its big names or its grassroots support? While Sani's claim about Mbah not genuinely winning the election might sound like sour grapes in light of Mbah's defection, as Rufai aptly put it, it also underscores a deeper recurring issue in Nigerian politics: the continuous nature of electoral outcomes and the role of the judiciary. Even if a court declares a winner, public perceptions and continued agitation can erode legitimacy, which Sani was clearly tapping into. The fact that the returning officer had to go to INEC headquarters before announcing the result, as Sani alleged, suggests there was indeed some level of controversy regardless of the final court verdict. Gbenga brought up a crucial perspective, pointing out that APC's expanding footprint in the southeast, a traditionally PDP stronghold. This isn't just about one defection, it's about a shifting regional power balance. The National Assembly's current composition further solidifies the APC's dominance, creating a challenging environment for the PDP to effectively operate as an opposition party. Sani's examples of Buhari and the Obi changing the game through popular support, not just party structures, is a powerful reminder that the will of the people, however it manifests, can often transcend parties' line and even defections. However, his dismissal of the entire leadership crisis within the PDP as merely administrative seems to downplay a critical vulnerability. Disunity at the top often trickles down, creating instability and providing fertile ground for defections. Ultimately, the PDP faces an uphill battle to truly reinvent itself and avoid being seen as a gun party. It must address both its internal division and find a way to reconnect with the voice of the people that its former member claimed it lost, simply stating that defection doesn't matter while perhaps strategically deviant may not be enough to halt the erosion of its supposed base and relevance. The next electoral cycle will be true tests of whether the PDP can indeed reinvent its wheel or if these defections mark the beginning of its definite decline. So there you have it, Gist fam. Peter Mbah defection from PDP to APC is a more than just a political chess move. It is the symptoms of the ever-evolving, often tumultuous landscape of Nigerian politics. The PDP's current challenges, whether internal or external, demand a critical re-evaluation of its strategies and core value. Can it rise from the ashes or will it fade into the background? Only time and Nigerian electorates will tell. Don't forget to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments below, and hit that subscribe button for more trending gist. This is Umar signing off. Stay informed, stay critical.